Greetings, Squidisons! Welcome back to the channel. My name is Inkasan, and today we are reacting to Honkai Star Rail's version 1.2 Even Immortality Ends special program. I've been playing a lot of Honkai since it came out. I dropped off a little bit in the latter end of 1.0 for a hot minute. After I basically burned through all of the existing story content. 1.1 was pretty fun. I enjoyed Silverwolf's events, even if I didn't enjoy Silverwolf's personality as much. And in the latter half, I just pulled Losha about 20 pulls in. Amazingly low streamer luck, I know. I'm really excited to see in this update if they add any new areas. I know they are adding the new characters Blade and Kafka. Beyond that, I'm not sure what characters and storylines we're going to see. I'm hoping maybe in Inhibitor Lune. We get a little bit of an evolution of our favorite Zipper Man. I don't know, we'll see. I've seen very little about this. I'm recording this about 6 hours after it came out, because it was 4 a.m. my time when that shit dropped, and I was not waking up at 4 a.m. for it. Sorry. I'm not doing that. So without further ado, Trailblazers, let's get right on into 1.2 Even Immortality Ends. Is the special program just me playing the game? Wow. We were about to sit there for a while. 4 hours later.
I always knew you were a dark horse, Mr. Yang.
Well, speak for yourself. Albert, if I had met you a few years ago, my creative career would have taken a more interesting turn.
You know, I heard you had something new in the works. What's it about? Let me guess. The Adventures of the Nameless.
Well, it's early concept at the moment. The Express crew has given me a lot of food for thought. But still, when it comes to key plot points, I'm in need of some inspiration.
Are we helping Welt write a story?
How about,
How about this?
Oh?
Let me give you some ideas.
After
After all, when it comes to scripts, we're seasoned professionals.
security? Security!
Here they are.
Security!
Oh, security can't help you, Owl.
The rules of this game are like reality. We all think we have infinite
Kafka!
possibilities, but when you really analyze it, every question and answer is constrained by previous choices.
Destiny.
Relax.
Yeah.
Time to say bye. Boom.
She's so cool. Oh. Yup. Yo, are they adding a whole new area? Oh, Fierce Blade.
Another name and face can blot out the sin of your past. Fail. Defend you.
Ooh, okay.
Release your full potential.
Oh, wow.
The power you carry is the key to
Okay, hold on a second. We're parting the seas? Okay.
Has coming here triggered your memory. What happens next is in your hands.
You, and you. All three of you are staying right here.
Yo!
The karma of past lives changed the world of the present.
Losha?
I wish for you to despair, suffer, crumble, turn on one another and destroy that which you love.
Hey, yo! That was fire! What? We got... Okay. Alright, well, while the code is rolling real quick, we're seeing Blade, we're seeing Kafka. Apparently there's a big goddess lady? Who the is that Abundance? I wonder if that's Abundance, mommy. Ah, the lore. The lore! So already I'm super hyped, because this is what I was hoping for. Here, let me move myself out of the way a little bit so you guys can get the code if you'd like. Because this video will come out early enough that the code will still be valid. So get it if you haven't yet. Get your free gems. What was I saying? That's what I was gonna say. This is what I was hoping for with the new update 1.2, because 1.1 didn't add any new areas. So the fact that 1.2 seems to be adding in not one, but maybe 2 new areas, 2 new characters, and a bunch more story. There's a lot to see here. I'm excited.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your buddy Albert, and welcome to the
Who
version
is she?
1.2
I
Even
need to know.
Immortality Ends special program. Today, we have 3 special guests in the hot seats. Introducing...
Hey guys, I'm Cheryl Texera, and I voice Kafka.
Hey there, I'm
claps.
Damon Mills, and I voice Blade.
Hi, folks. My
claps.
name is Corey Landis, and I voice Welt.
Clapping.
Guys, it's
All
great to
amazing
have you
voice
with us.
actors.
Man,
from everything I've
that
seen so
trailer
far.
was a roller coaster. Corey, your thoughts?
Whoa, me already? Okay. It looked like various factions were getting ready for battle. I think we're one move away from a serious
I always do this. Let me move myself down a little bit so we don't cover up the owl. There we go.
showdown here.
Agreed. It was cool to see some new environments and enemies, too. I better get my team in order.
You're gonna need to, my friend. In version 1.2, the Xianzhou Lao Fu will face a setback that threatens the fate of the whole alliance.
Yeah.
The Trailblazer will need to pass through various delves and arrive at the location of the sealed ambrosial arbor, where a decisive battle with the one responsible for the Stellaron disaster awaits.
Not to mention, Don Hung finally gets reunited with the Astral Express crew.
Don Hung's journey has been longer than most could imagine.
Care to
Yeah,
elaborate,
he's been
Damon?
out there the entire
didn't
time the
say
game's been
anything.
out.
Ah, come on, guys. You're trying to get me fired here. Now, aside from Trailblaze mission updates, version 1.2 will see new characters coming to the war.
Yes,
First on the
characters.
scene,
Feed me.
Blade.
Feed me! Yeah. Alright, boy. Okay, normal attack. Ult, probably? Or no, this is probably ult. Hey, yeah. Interesting. Before we keep going, a member of the Stellaron Hunters and a swordsman who abandoned his body to become a blade, birth name unknown. He's not in the sword, right? Like he still has a body because it's saying he abandoned his body to become a blade. Is he the sword? Is this a VTuber thing where he's actually the sword and this is just his host? I wouldn't know anything about that. Shh. I'm curious. I don't think that's it, but that'd be funny. He's Wind Destruction 5-star. Damon Mills, fantastic job. I didn't expect him to be a wind character. I've tried to stay out of leaks as much as possible, because there's a lot of leaks around Genshin and Honkai, and I prefer just to find the stuff out as it's announced. It's kind of impossible to miss the Imbibed or Lune stuff, because everyone's losing their minds. Understandably. He a cutie.
I'm pretty sure I'm not one of the 5 people, but here is a fact for you. Whenever Blade gets scary, it's the Mara flaring up.
Isn't he
Oh, he's Mara
always
struck.
scary?
He usually does what I tell him.
Ah.
I should probably unpack that a little. Blade relies on Kafka's spirit whisper to suppress the Mara inside him.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You know, most of the time, Bladey's a nice, quiet boy.
Totally. He's not a strong communicator, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure half my recording sessions have focused on 2 sounds. Number 1, Number 2,
Strange that a lone wolf like him would want to team up with the Stellaron Hunters.
Through unexpected circumstances, Blade became immortal. His body recovers from the worst of sicknesses and the gravest of injuries, even from death itself. Those bandages aren't for show. For Blade, immortality isn't a blessing.
It's a curse.
It's a curse that follows him wherever he goes.
Let's take a look at what he's capable of on the battlefield.
Yeah, skill
Blade
time.
is a wind-type character,
Yep.
following the path of destruction. By consuming his own HP, he's able to deal greater damage to enemies.
Oh.
And I guess that's the risk you take when you're immortal.
Blade's skill consumes a set amount of his own HP and initiates Hellscape. While Hellscape is active, Blade deals greater damage, and his basic attack is enhanced from Shard Sword to Forest of Swords.
Okay.
While Shard Sword is a single target attack,
Single to
Forest of
AoE,
Swords
okay.
deals damage to multiple
So kind of like
enemies.
Clara's
I got a question.
too, or Clara switches.
Can Blade Blade still use his skill if his HP isn't enough to cover the set amount?
In that situation, when Blade uses his skill, his HP decreases to 1.
Ooh, that sounds a little dicey.
A bit.
Razor's
Well,
edge.
there's a silver lining. When Blade's HP decreases, his talent is triggered, granting him a charge. When charges are fully stacked, Blade unleashes a follow-up attack on all enemies and recovers a set amount of HP.
Okay.
When Blade unleashes his ultimate, his HP is set to 50% of his max HP, and he deals massive damage to a single target and adjacent enemies.
Okay.
HP for damage, huh? Interesting. No wonder he's so indifferent
He's
to
a destruction
being healed.
character, but he plays kind of like an erudition, I feel
And
like.
the more
If
HP
with
Blade
how much
loses,
AoE he
the
has.
more damage his ultimate deals.
Yeah, it does. Blade's technique, Karma Wind, also consumes his HP and deals wind damage to all enemies after entering battle.
When it comes to taking damage, Blade should be more afraid of himself than his enemies.
This hurts me more than
Yeah.
it hurts you.
We can't let Blade steal the show. It's time to talk about another Stellaron
Kafka!
hunter. His partner in crime, Kafka.
Now look, Blade is sick and he's the 5-star, but Kafka's what we're here for. Spider, anybody? Yes, the gun dance. Let's go. Boom.
Kafka's a familiar face at this point in the story. She was the first.
Oh, she's also 5-star. I thought one of the two of them was gonna end up being 4-star. No, they're both 5-star? Oh no! This is why the leaks were talking about choices. Oh no! Also, I just noticed in this art, this is Blade. You can see the bandages and the black jacket. That's Blade. And that's Silverwolf with her customary showing a little bit of belly punk lord outfit. So that's literally the other two Stellaron hunters. I've seen this art before, I never noticed that.
Since Kafka appeared on Herta Space Station, she's managed to implant the Trailblazer with the Stellaron, hijack the Express's signals, and draw the crew onto the Cienjo Fu. It almost feels like she has the Trailblazer's destiny in the palm of her hand.
It's like Kafka said, when it comes to scripts, the Stellaron hunters are seasoned professionals.
We live in her
Well, that
web.
might be the case, but that's not to say the Trailblazers' choices aren't important. What's a script without a director?
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I've got another question. Why did Kafka join the Stellaron hunters?
Ooh. So, Kafka was born on Teriez 5, a planet that knows no fear. And literally, Kafka is unable to feel the emotion of fear, and therefore cannot comprehend the value of life. When Elio promised to bring about a change for her, she signed up without a second thought.
Now, for someone who can't feel fear, she's pretty great at making others feel it.
This scares you more than it scares me.
You want me to use my
fear is
spirit
not-
whisper on him, Albert?
Fear is not the emotion that I'm feeling.
Let's move on to Kafka's combat, shall we?
Yes, I thought you'd never ask.
Combat,
So
let's go.
Kafka is a lightning type character following the path of nihility, and she can deal additional damage over time to enemies. Her skill deals lightning damage to multiple targets. If an enemy is afflicted with DOT, they receive an additional bout of DOT damage.
Multiple hits.
That is to say, if an enemy is already afflicted with DOT, they receive additional damage both during their turn and after Kafka's attack.
That's right. Not to mention, additional damage doesn't replace existing DOT. I mean, did you think Kafka was gonna take it easy on him? Come on. And separately, after an ally uses a basic attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack.
Follow-ups?
Kafka's
Yes.
ultimate, on the other hand, deals lightning damage to all enemies with a chance of shocking targets and immediately dealing additional damage to those already shocked. Kafka's technique can attack all enemies within a set range and deals lightning damage to all enemies
That's just
after
cool.
entering battle.
How elegant.
Well, she likes elegant things, and there's a certain elegance to combat.
Yes. Given the fact that I didn't pull Silverwolf, I actually don't have that much nihility, so I think I might prefer Kafka over Blade. I think I'm going to try for both of them. I'm probably going to pull Kafka over Blade, though. Because Blade also, judging by his kit, is like Hu Tao. You don't want a healer with Blade. You want a shielder. And I don't have Japard. I only have March 7th as my current only shielder. So I don't want to put Blade on a team with Losha or Natasha because we don't want to heal him. We want him to heal himself and get maximum damage from being at 1 HP. We want him to just be shielded. So because shielding's kind of a weakness in my team composition as far as my roster goes, I'm more interested in Kafka, you know, just for that reason. That's, yeah, it's purely for team comp. It's purely about team comp, guys.
Kafka's abilities are kind of terrifying. Her enemies are like flies trapped in a web, slowly taking damage until...
Boom.
Hello there.
It's time to introduce our next character.
What? Hey, that is a little
There's another
harsh.
one?
Also, since when did Welt become the coolest kid on the block?
We're actually introducing another playable character?
I'm talking about the born and bred Bellabog hero, Luca!
Oh, come on.
Oh, that's why. He's right here. Okay, here's the 4-star. Gotcha. That's why they're showing him off. I see. I totally missed... I saw art of this guy, but I didn't know he was going to be in this patch. Hell yeah. Yeah.
So that's the guy on the light cone.
He looks
Oh,
a
that's
little
where I've
different
seen it.
on the light cone.
Luca is an underworld fighter that goes by the moniker Luca Strongarm. He's a member of Wildfire and apprentice to Oleg. He's also a reliable operations consultant for the moles.
So he's with the moles, huh? Does Luca know he's a member?
Probably.
He's the mole's older brother. I love it.
Luca in a big way. And the reason he fights is to set a good example of dedication and discipline. And speaking of fighting, let's take a look at him in action.
Luca is a physical type character following the path of nihility. After multiple attacks, he's able to launch an enhanced basic attack. His skill deals physical damage to a single target and has a chance of inflicting bleed.
During battle, Luca can obtain fighting will through a variety of attacks. When fighting will reaches a certain number of stacks, Luca's basic attack is enhanced.
His enhanced basic attack deals 4 hits of damage, with the final hit dealing additional damage to enemies currently inflicted with bleed.
Kids today, no respect.
When Luca unleashes his ultimate, in addition to dealing damage, he also obtains fighting will, and there's a chance of increasing the target's damage received for a set number of turns.
Okay. And when your opponent's fist is the same size as your head, it's time to throw in the towel.
Yeah, it's the power of those punches that scares me. I'm sure having a robotic arm is also a big help, but I think Luca's strength lies in his love of the sport. Oh, and I almost forgot. When using his technique during exploration, Luca obtains fighting will after entering battle.
He just rolls up. He just rolls up and smashes him in the kidney.
To start off the program with a character deep dive. Next up, it looks like we've got 2 brand new 5-star light cones coming to the war.
Light cones? Okay.
1.2. Let's start with a Path of Destruction light cone, the unreachable side.
Okay, yep.
Okay, question.
Blade art.
Question.
Blade
the
light cone.
Paradise Blade mentions in his ultimate line, is that where he's standing right there?
I don't know what paradise means to you, Corey, but a barren sword-filled wasteland isn't my idea of a vacation.
Speak for yourself. Here's a fun fact. Each of those swords had an owner, and Blade was the last one to see them alive.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, that's good.
So he killed them for their swords. Only a brutal, calculated, jealous mind could do something like that.
The maniac and sociopath segment is over.
The Albert's not a fan of it.
Moving swiftly onto a 5-star Path of Nihility light cone. Patience is all you need. Here, we see, Our resident sociopath again.
Those eyes, though.
Okay, well, looks like
hooded
Kafka's waiting for the main course to arrive there, huh?
During the first phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, a lost soul, Trailblazers can obtain the
Blade,
5-star
Arlen,
character
Sushong,
Blade.
Natasha.
During the same phase, in the light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, the unreachable side, will be boosted. And during the second phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, Nessun Dorma, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Kafka and 4-star character Luca. And during the same phase, in the light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, patience is all you need, will be boosted. And that's a wrap on banners. I need to lie down.
He almost passed out.
Trailblazers.
All right, second code. I'll go ahead and move myself out of the way. Make sure you grab those stellar gems, because we got wishing to do. All right.
Show in version 1.2, before the Trailblazers' decisive boss battle, they will need to pass through various delves. No surprise then? That 1.2 would unlock
new maps,
two new areas, the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Now, the Alchemy Commission, is that where the Xianzhou makes its medicine?
That's a desktop background for sure. And sorry, you were saying medicine? What?
Ooh, you got it. The Alchemy Commission is one of the 6 commissions of the La Fu. And for no prize whatsoever, can anyone name all 6?
Oh yeah, let's see. The Alchemy Commission.
Hold on. Alchemy Commission, Artisanship Commission, Skyfaring Commission, Realm Keepers Commission. I'm starting to lose it. I think I got 4. I got 3 for sure, 1 maybe.
The Divination Commission.
Divination.
Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, the Cloud Knights. Oh, shoot, what was that other one?
Oh, Cloud Knights count as one, yeah. I didn't think that.
Drum roll, please. The Realm Keeping Commission.
Oh, that's right.
The Alchemy
Oh, I
Commission
got that one.
used to focus their efforts on the way of immortality. But these days, it's all about medical research and treating diseases.
Now, the Trailblazer
Lose
came
Realm.
face to face with some Alchemy Commission folks in Exalting Sanctum, but things seemed a little off.
I don't want to create more work for the editors, but I have a theory that the reason why that...
Adjacent to the Alchemy Commission lies Scale Gorge Waterscape, the realm of the Vidyara.
He's just ignoring us now.
We've got a lot to get through.
Oh, the Vidyara realm. Okay, that's where Bailu lives.
Along with the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape come new puzzles.
Seems like Trailblazers will face a lot of new challenges on the road to the Ambrosial Arbor. I can't wait.
Oh, Owlbert, are you making Corey read off the teleprompter?
Puzzles aren't the only new challenges Trailblazers will be facing in these
Albert
areas.
is moving swiftly along.
Monsters afoot. First up, a creature of indomitable size and destructive power, the Malefic Ape. And next
He's
on the list,
sick as fuck, I'm not gonna lie.
rid of the burden of humanity that has remodeled itself in the way of immortality.
Yeah, it's a reskin. One thing I can already tell, this is going to be kind of like the Chichen mages in Genshin. We're just gonna have one of these for each god, because we had one for preservation and we have one for abundance. So they're just, and I mean, I'm not mad about it. They got to reuse models, but we're gonna get a reskin of the spinny staff lady every new god we introduce. Side note: why is
the way of immortality?
Why is young man here?
Yen Ching? Why would the General's aides attack a Cloud Knight lieutenant?
All will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
I think we
he's gonna be
skipped
tough
an
to
enemy,
fight, I feel
Albert.
like.
You mentioned a boss lurking on the Xianzhou La Fu.
Who is she?
Care for a sneak
Who
peek?
is she?
Oh, how could I forget?
Yes, and her fan. She kind of reminds me of Hindu. She kind of reminds me of Hindu inspiration. Wait, you hit her in her boobs?
I think
How could I forget?
Wait, you hit her in her boobs? Is that her weak point? No shot, right? Oh, okay. Lotuses. Oh, she's flicking. Phase 2? Yo.
Hold on to your hats, folks. It's Vantilia the Undying.
Vantilia the
Wielding
Undying.
the power of both the destruction and the abundance. In her first phase,
Wait, interesting. How does that play into the lore? I'll stop pausing. But how does that play into the lore, though? Does that mean she's not an Aeon? She's actually... Interesting. I'm not sure.
she summons abundance lotuses, which restore her HP and reduce the player team's skill points.
Weakening her enemies and strengthening herself in one fell swoop? Yikes.
That's why choosing the right moment to destroy those abundance lotuses is so important. Eliminating an abundance lotus recovers 3 skill points.
Well, you know, when you borrow something, you gotta give it back.
Okay.
Now, in
Balance
her
and everything.
second phase,
Yes.
Vantilia uses her destruction power to summon destruction lotuses. These lotuses reduce ally max HP and when in bloom, deal damage to a single target.
So, should we just wait for them to stop blooming before we take them out?
No, I doubt the power of the destruction is as simple as that.
Oh, you're not wrong, Cheryl. When the lotuses aren't in bloom, their toughness doesn't receive damage. As such, Trailblazers should seize the moment when the flowers are open to break their weakness. And finally, in the third phase,
Third
Vantilia
phase?
goes golden. What terrible trick does she have up her sleeve? I'm afraid Trailblazers are gonna have to wait to find out.
I'm curious,
what's
where
gonna
did
happen is she's gonna have
Vantilia
abundance
even
and
come
destruction
from?
at the end.
How come
both
she can
in
use the
conjunction.
powers of the abundance and the
There we
destruction?
go. There's the lore.
I hate to
Tell
be
us more.
that guy again, but all will be revealed
No,
in the
tell
version
me!
1.2 story.
Anyone
I wanna
here
know.
Deja vu.
Hey, I can't go spilling all the beans. When the main story combat draws to a close, Vantilia the Undying will join the Echo of War and drop the advanced trace materials required for Blade,
For Blade and Kafka, yeah.
and Luca.
And Luca, okay.
Regret of Infinite Okama.
And a quick reminder, Trailblazers, Echo of War has a limited number of weekly rewards,
Yeah.
so don't forget to plan ahead.
Yep.
Also, in version 1.2, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Celestial, is arriving, which drops the brand new character Ascension material, Ascendant Debris.
Okay.
This is also the Ascension material required for Blade.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's time to talk about version 1.2 events.
Event
I've
time!
been waiting for this segment. Let's start with Tales of the Fantastic. The crisis on the Xianzhou Laofu has subsided, and the feats of the Nameless can be heard on every street corner. Starskiff Haven storyteller, Mr. Cien, is interested in the Astral Express's tale, eager to work his storytelling magic.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the storyteller. I'm familiar with
This
him.
is where Welt's gonna write his
I wonder what
story.
he'll do with the Trailblazers story. His artistic license and collage editing bring all kinds of tales to life.
Well, that's Mr. Cien, all right. To spruce up the tale, he's given us a set of protagonist models.
Protagonist models? What's that?
Interesting.
I hear it's kind of a magical object invented by one of the scriptwriters at the Immersion Club. It industrializes the scriptwriting process. As long as you follow its guidance, you'll be able to captivate an audience with your storytelling. To unleash the full potential of the protagonist models, the Trailblazer must accompany Mr. Cien into the past and visit historical battle locations.
So we get to fly around as a crane?
Might be a little dull.
Interesting.
But don't underestimate the protagonist models. Different combinations have different effects. Once the protagonist models have been properly refined, Legend of the Trailblazer can be a runaway hit.
Oh, this sounds like a fun event.
Well, there's more where that came from. The next event is called Underground Treasure Hunt.
Okay.
The underworld appraiser, Bellaway the Miner's Lamp,
More great
is making
mines?
a comeback. Treasure hunters must steal themselves and explore sealed areas in order to progress
Hey, you
deeper
get to try out
into the
Kafka there.
ruins.
Okay, cool.
I'm sure these sealed areas are full of hidden treasures, but
Oh!
there's always a catch.
Surprise and danger rolled into one. I'm sure Kafka would get it.
It's a tile explorer. It's a tile dungeon explorer. Oh, I'm kind of down for that. That's kind of sick. I thought it was going to be another combat arena, but looking at it, it looks like it's almost kind of a minesweeper dungeon exploring.
Treasure hunters will need endurance, courage, and insight if they want to succeed. It's almost certain that the sealed
I'm gonna have
areas
fun with
will
this.
contain enemies. But supplementary items and keycards to other sealed areas are the secrets to progression.
This is a
I have high hopes for this because I want just a permanent mode in Genshin or in Honkai for this type of thing. Like kind of an overworld map, like resource management, add some layers of strategy to it, and then give us arenas to jump into. I hope this goes well because I want Hoyoverse to do more of this type of thing. Because in Genshin 2, I would really like it if Genshin, instead of it just being combat arenas on combat arenas on combat arenas, give us an overarching strategy game dungeony thing to go on top of that combat arena. Because Spiral Abyss, for lack of a better description, is just a boss rush. Spiral Abyss is just a bunch of bosses in a row in a bunch of closed rooms with just enemies, and there's nothing else to it. Adding some depth to it and items and cool ways to display the buffs you're getting instead of just selecting 1 out of 3 on a screen will be a lot more interesting. Because like a good step in the right direction was Simulated Universe. But let's take it a step further and make the Simulated Universe have another layer like this.
It's a
Very
solo
curious.
mission, right? It sounds like a tough challenge to take on alone.
Oh, they won't be alone.
Oh?
During exploration, treasure hunters can be sure to run into familiar faces.
Let's hope that we're happy to see them.
So do treasure hunters get any kind of special rewards?
Of course.
In the underground treasure hunt event, aside from the usual Stellar Jade, treasure hunters can obtain the themed Where's the Rabbit chat box.
Ooh, okay.
Is it the rabbit
Special
in the
chat
chat
box?
box?
It's a treasure chest. What I'm trying to say is the theme of the chat box is called Where's the Rabbit?
Okay. So the rabbits in the treasure chest, right?
Well, not a serious
In
question.
version 1.2, the message and chat box functions will be enabled for the first time.
Yay!
Trailblazers can obtain and swap between chat boxes. And I'm not just talking about the friend chat screen. I'm talking about the game's character interaction chat boxes too.
Oh, that's
I love the
cute.
rabbit design.
That's cute.
It seems like something Clara would like.
I like
so
that.
Cute. Yeah, so cute.
Do you think Svarog could have designed it for
Oh.
her? Maybe?
Interesting thought. Safe to say that chat boxes will continue to get updates. On to the next event. Where are you, Mystery Trotter? Regan
More
of Bellabog
trotters?
has come
Okay.
across a new scientific research gadget. Homemade sensor number 223. The device
That's
is
certainly
able
not
to
gonna
detect
explode.
mysterious coordinates that display abnormal readings.
I recognize that abnormal reading. Isn't that just a trotter?
Oh no! Don't tell me that we have to fight it. I mean, sure, it's a little scary, but it's cute, right?
If I told
Give me
you
loot.
it dropped Stellar Jade, would,
me loot.
that change how you feel, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing's bacon.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're eating it.
Sorry.
We're
You
eating
know
good
what's
tonight.
tastier than bacon?
What?
Forgotten Hall update!
Hey!
Version
More
1.2,
Forgotten Hall?
The
Okay.
brand new memories of Cienjo, the voyage of Novice's Trigger, will be arriving.
Yeah, now we're talking.
That's not all. After clearing
you
the
can get
Forgotten Hall
Yukong.
memories
If
of
I hadn't
Cienjo
pulled
Stage
2 of her
1,
already.
Trailblazers can obtain the 4-star character
Sorry.
Yukong.
Cool.
In addition to the Forgotten Hall, the simulated universe will also be receiving
World
an update
7.
in the form of World 7.
New relics?
The brand new planar ornament.
Yo! New relics crit rate! When a crit rate is equal to or greater to a certain percentage, whereas basic attack and skill damage increase.
Rutilant Arena and Broken Keel will be added to the World 7 immersion device.
Wow.
And the ride doesn't
Very nice,
stop there
very nice.
either. In version 1.2's Planar Fisher event, Trailblazers that successfully challenge the simulated universe can obtain a
More
set
ornaments,
amount
okay.
of double planar ornament rewards. Meanwhile, in the Alchemy Commission's Cavern of Corrosion,
Wow.
Trailblazers can obtain the brand new Cavern relics.
Okay, new cavern relics. I like the style of these, the abundance ones and robot ones. Okay. Increases max HP, so that could be good for healing. That could actually will probably be very good for Losha. Max HP when the wearer is hit or their HP is consumed by an ally, including by themselves. The crit rate increases for a certain number of turns. The effect is stackable. I feel like that's going to be really good for Losha. And then Messenger Traversing Hackerspace. Messenger Traversing Hackerspace increases speed when the wearer uses their ultimate on any ally, including on themselves. Speed for all allies increases by a certain number of turns. The effect cannot be stacked. So new relics. New World 7, New Forgotten Hall. They're adding a lot. 1.2 is going to be a fat update.
Longibus Disciple and Messenger Traversing Hackerspace.
Nice.
And finally, in 1.2's Realm of the Strange event, players that successfully challenge the Cavern of Corrosion can obtain a set amount of double Cavern Relic rewards.
Double relics? Love that.
In version 1.2, the 2 companion missions, Letter from a Strange Woman and For I Have Touched the Sky, will
Companion
be arriving.
missions.
In a letter from a strange woman, the Trailblazer will receive a request from Kafka. As for how the Trailblazer should respond, I only have one thing to say. When you have a chance to make a choice, make one that you know you won't regret.
Yeah.
All will be revealed in version 1.2. Sorry.
Isn't he supposed to be passed out?
He's going
think
to.
someone's playing sound bites. I should say a little something about the other companion mission.
Yes,
in
Yukon.
For I Have Touched the Sky, an accident has occurred in Stargazer Navalia. When the Trailblazer investigates, they find a girl in trouble. Who could she be? And what secrets could Yukong be hiding?
Thanks for watching Keeping Up with Star Rail.
Hey, sound guy. A little early on that one.
Before we bring things back to a close here, let's talk about the ever-popular reward events.
Yes.
Version 1.2 will see the return.
Man, they're
of the
just
Gift of
handing these
Odyssey
out. I
check-in
love
event.
this.
During the event, as long as Trailblazers log in for 7 days, doesn't have to be consecutive, they can acquire 10 Star
Yup.
Rail special
we'll be
passes.
logging in for
Ooh.
those.
Love a chicken event. Yes, let's do it.
That's exciting.
Corey's
Get
so
some water,
in.
please.
All right, final code. Final code. Make sure to get it if you haven't yet. And we're back.
Well, I said it last time, and I'll say it again. Time flies when you're having fun.
This was a
Another
good one.
special program has come to an end. We talked about a lot of 1.2 features. You guys, got any favorites?
Gotta be that boss fight for
Yup.
me. When the
Yup.
crew fought the Doomsday Beast and Cocolia, Welt was watching from the sidelines. This will be the first time we see him on the battlefield.
yes,
So
join-
watch
yeah.
your back, Fantilia.
I'm excited to see more of Blade. Heck, I recorded enough fighting efforts to lay down an album. We better get some fight scenes, come on. Not to mention, it seems like him and Dan Hung are finally about to meet. Something
Yes.
tells me they're not going to settle things over a cup of tea.
Uh-oh. As for me, it is all about Kafka. Although I am curious about the Tales of the Fantastic event, because this sounds like Trailblazers have plenty of room to get creative.
Seems like
Yes.
we're all a little biased here. but
Totally.
one thing is for sure, 1.2 is a version to look forward to. Albert here has done a good job keeping us in check today, you know, and there's still a lot of mystery out there for you Trailblazers to delve into.
Oh, yeah.
You guys were a handful, all right. But hey, we made it out alive. That's it for Honkai
Barely.
Star Rail version 1.2 special program, folks. Thanks again to all you Trailblazers for tuning in. And see you for the next one.
Bye,
So long.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Any after credit? Any after credits? No? No? Okay. Oh. Wait. Wait, what?
The Interastral Peace Corporation has just declared the latest galactic bounty hunt, calling for the capture of the Stellaron hunters. According to reliable sources, Kafka and Blade are expected to appear at the upcoming Cosmic Refreshment Supplies event, which poses a high risk of destruction. We urge the public to remain
She stumbled
vigilant.
over that
We'll
line.
announce the whereabouts of the outlaws in due time and are asking for your assistance in bringing them to justice.
Interesting. Okay, that's going to be like a real life... yeah, another KFC crossover? Thank you all for joining me for reacting to 1.2 Even Immortality Ends special program. Things that I'm most excited for, honestly, Blade and Kafka both look amazing. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm probably going to pull for Kafka more than I'm going to pull for Blade, purely because I don't have a lot of good shielding, and Blade's kit seems like he will depend on shielding to keep him alive, so he doesn't get fucking dropped when he powers himself up to do crazy damage. Kafka's more useful for my current team comp, but I think they're both interesting, and I really am curious to learn more about Blade's story. Besides that, the new areas and the new boss is what I am really hyped about. I've basically wiped all of the existing areas in the game. I've collected all the chests, all the secrets I can. I need a new place to run around in. So I'm excited for the new maps. The new boss looks fantastic. I'm excited to see the 3 phases of her. Kokolia's boss fight was some of the most hype I've been in Genshin or Honkai in a long time, and I hope they can match that hype or go above and beyond the bar with a 3-phase crazy abundance destruction boss. A lot of cool lore coming up, so look for some lore videos in the future as well around this. What that design! The design hits! It looks so good. So new bosses, new mobs, new artifacts, new relics, new puzzles, and a really fun looking underground treasure hunt that I'm really here for, not only because it lets you trial out the new characters, but because it's a new take on the regular combat arena type gameplay that we see from Genshin and Honkai so often. So that's a nice spin on it, and I hope they do more of that. A random side note, I love the fact that even though we don't get true co-op, we can at least send each other cute little bunny box messages. All things being said, 1.2 is what this game needs. People have been dropping off of it with 1.1 just purely because it didn't add enough content to keep people who really grinded it out the first month interested. Me being one of those people, I played this game hard for about 5 weeks, dropped off for the last 2 or 3, and I'm coming back for 1.2. It's going to be a fat update, and I cannot wait. So with that being said, thank you all for joining me for this reaction. I'm very curious to see what new corporate sponsorship ends up with this wanted Stellaron Hunters IRL. Look for some YouTube videos of both Honkai and Genshin coming up. I'm going to be jumping into 3.8 this weekend and checking out the new Klee-centric event for Genshin Impact. There's a lot of cool Hoyo content coming out. If you're new here, please consider dropping a subscription. We're almost at 100 subscribers, which is a big number for me. Be sure to let me know what you're most excited about for 1.2 in the comments, and I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye! I really need an outro script. I waffle around for hours. Like, the last 15 minutes of the recording is me not being able to do an outro. Come on, Inky, you can do fucking outros!